I just want the whole world in my hands, and my team by my side with the whole world in my plans. I'ma see.
What's up, guys? White Lighting Ep2 here with another video, and we're doing a little trophy push video today. And we're gonna start this video off with a raid from Imperial Sky, and he actually came to I think it was Avarice Legends. I think he came to that clan when I was in there pushing, and he had shared a raid, and I was like, I'll pick this one up. So now this base irritates me because I see this freaking base like every time I go raiding, and I never ever raid this kind of base because it's just well defended against an air attack. So the fact that he got this raid off and won was actually pretty surprising. It was actually really impressive that he pulled this raid because as I said, this is a tricky base to raid because there's the air defenses are pretty centralized, but they still do guard a good portion of the base, and then that expo over there on the top left was up, so it guarded all that percentage. And then there's that archer tower tucked back into the base bottom right. There's wizard towers in each compartment, and then there's archer towers in each compartment. So I mean, it's not this isn't the hardest base ever to raid, but it is definitely a tough base to raid. So the fact that he got this base and got that 1 star, it was actually really impressive. And I probably should start raiding these bases because I see them all the time. So if I learn how to successfully raid this base, then I'm going to shoot up in trophies like crazy. Like, I've already learned how to successfully attack one sort of base, and that's the one where it's like a diamond like this, except the town hall is up in that top pocket, with and then the expos and stuff are in the middle of the town hall, and then all the other defenses are like on the bottom. I don't know. You'll see that kind of base a lot in my replays, just because they're really easy bases to raid. Like I can beat that anytime if the expos are down. So with this base, basically what he's doing is he's just taking out all the archer towers and stuff around the base. And as you can see, for him, this was not that hard of a raid. He's already at 44%, and he's gone around most of the base and taken most of the stuff out. So this really wasn't a hard attack for him. And he still had heroes, and I don't know if he used his clan castle yet or not, but he still had his heroes, and there goes the heroes, and there goes heroes and clan castle, and he just to pick up some of that extra loot. So that was a really easy raid for him, but keep in mind that he has Town Hall 10, so it might be a little different for me. But that was a crazy raid, actually. That was humongous. So awesome job to him. Awesome job to you, because that was a great raid. It's a ton of loot. All right, so now this is a raid by Joe Camp or Jaw Camp. However you, I'm sorry if I butcher your name. Again, I'm really good at butchering names, so I'm sorry if I butchered your name there, bud. But this guy, he's the leader of Avarice Legends. I met him in, I was talking to him in Global, and he's another Town Hall 9 champion. And he invited me to come over to his clan to help with the trophy push, and I was like, yeah, sure, dude. So I joined up, and we kicked some ass. And this guy's actually really, really good. I would say he's a better attacker than me because I don't know. He takes more risks. And then this was just like, okay. When I saw him pull that off, I thought to myself, yeah, this guy's a lot better than I am, because that was just that takes a second to learn how to do. But then and again with balloon raiding, everybody does this. We always do this. I do this almost every raid. Is I will waste balloons. That was a total waste of balloons right there. They didn't take out anything, and they all got shot down. And I do that every raid. At least once a raid, I will just waste balloons like that. And this was kind of just it was a tough place to get those archer towers out of the way, because there was there was an air defense. There were 2 archer towers. There were Teslas and wizard tower shooting, so that was kind of a tough place to get it. But the fact that he took those out was good. And then he's just cleaning up with his minions, and then he'll probably go attack from the top. Now, personally, I would have skipped this base. I definitely would have skipped this base without even thinking twice. It doesn't really matter how many trophies this base would have offered. I would have skipped only because I've never raided this base before, and I like to stick to bases that I know how to raid, so that guaranteed win. And for 2, those expos were up. The archer towers were all guarded by air defenses, so they're tough to take out, and there's not a lot of percentage on the outside of the base. So this was just totally there were tons of just red flags, in my mind on this base, and I wouldn't have taken it. So the fact that he took this raid and he won shows that he is definitely more ballsier an attacker than I am, because I am a bitch when I go into attack. I'll tell you that. I do not raid bases that, I don't take risks with bases, and when I do, I usually end up losing because, or I don't know, sometimes I come out with a win, but I don't like taking risks, so I don't like to lose. Losing's bad. Losing's bad. Losing's really bad. So now I don't know if he only has his heroes left, but he's at 40%. His king's down there doing some work, and he's got pretty leveled up heroes. So this guy's he's not a noob, Town Hall 9 like I am. So his king did a lot of work down there, and then he's got his queen going, and then so there's the Archer King. There's the Barbarian King. He's coming for the queen. Now this is a super clutch raid. Boom, he hits that, gets that percentage, 49, and he lightning spells for the 50. And it's really, really, really sketchy when you only have heroes left and you got to get a couple percentages, and then their Barbarian King is walking around trying to kill your heroes, because the moment he distracts your heroes, that's when you could possibly lose. Okay, so now this next raid is by me, and this is the base that I was talking about that is super easy to raid. I mean, I can beat this base all day long, and it doesn't matter where the stuff is. It's just as long as those air defenses are down, this base is too easy to beat. So now what I usually do is that there's usually archer towers up top, and why I put a rage spell on that? I decided to rage that because there's no archer towers on the bottom of the base except for the very bottom, which wasn't a big deal. So I kind of wanted to get both of those archer towers out with one group of balloons. So I thought that a little bit too late up top on the right side, which is why I failed at taking that archer tower out. But I did get this one on the left. And then some of the clan castle troops were lured out, or maybe all, I'm not sure. He had some witches in there, and I didn't bother using a lightning spell. And I think this was like the really, really clutch raid. This happened a while ago, or this raid happened like a day or a couple days ago. But this raid, oh yeah, this was the raid. So this raid, basically what happened is that it was just super, super, super clutch raid. When I say clutch, I mean like I used every single troop, and it came down to the last seconds, and I barely beat it. And it's mainly just because I did not do that well with my placement. Sorry for this lag spike, by the way. It took me 4 balloons to take out that archer tower down there when it should have only taken 2 or 3. And then I used a bunch of balloons top, right, and left. So right at this point, all my balloons are gone, and I've only taken out 4 archer towers, and I've used all of my balloons, and there's still air defenses at the bottom and all that. So, this base, and this raid, it's not that this raid isn't looking good for me at this point, it's just that it's kind of, it's kind of not looking good for me. And most of these buildings are covered by the by air defenses and stuff like that. And I didn't use the rest of my loons. I think I had like 3 or 4 loons left, and I used those and clan castle loons, and then I raged them, and I just kind of attacked from that right side over there, hoping that my minions could pick up the clutch 50%. So, 43%. 44%, 45%, 47%, 48%, 40. Oh, maybe this was an easy 50. Oh, never mind. This wasn't the clutch raid. I lied. 50%. Okay, this wasn't the clutch raid. Maybe I already put the clutch raid up in a previous video. I don't know. All I know is that this was okay. No, I recorded this because of how much loot I got from it. And then I just picked up the extra dark elixir, ended battle, and boom, 14 trophies. So this was an awesome raid. I was actually super, super surprised, because really, you get a lot of, you don't get a lot, but you see some like really high trophy offers up here, so it's always nice grabbing those high trophies. Now this raid was a little bit more clutch. This was actually like a really, really close raid, and I've had a couple of these where you don't really know if you're gonna win or not, so it just really comes down to how it plays out. Now this base is relatively easy. Usually I would skip this base, to be honest with you. Usually seeing this base, well, I don't know if I would, I'm not sure, because for one, it's actually really well covered by the air defenses. They guard a humongous chunk of all of the free percentage, so this free percentage isn't really that free because those air defenses guard most of it. And then his archer towers are tucked behind, like Teslas and all that stuff, so those 2 Teslas come out, and then I'm just like, oh shit, because okay, and then Tesla up there. So this raid right now is not going good for me, and I'm kind of thinking to myself like, oh fuck, this is bad. So I take out the queen. Takes me a second and a couple of minions to do it, and then I put in some more loons at the bottom, and I don't think those were quite enough. And then I put minions in behind to help clean up, and then the clan castle dragon comes out. So I'm just like, oh fuck, because I'd already used a bunch of my minions taking out the queen and getting some extra, the percentage on the outside. So really, I did not have a lot of troops left, and I did rage spell those minions, and I failed big time because I had minions going up to the storages and stuff. So I should just directly deployed on the dragon. So I failed, and then I didn't look at the dragon. I figured that my minions would have taken it out, so I neglected that. And then so now I'm at 19%. I'm pretty sure I'm out of balloons. I was out of balloons because I had I pulled out my clan castle balloons here. I'm at 22%. I've used almost all of my minions. I've used all my balloons. I just used my clan castle. I used all my spells except for my lightning. And then sorry again for this lag spike. I don't know why my videos are lag or my recordings are lag spiking, but it'll resume in a second. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. There we go. All right, 30. Wow, that was a humongous jump. Okay, I probably should have re-recorded that raid, so I'm sorry. That was my bad. A ton of shit went down while it was lagging. Okay, so now we're up to 39% because the magic of lag bumped us up. So 39%. That dragon is still running around flying around the base. So I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, oh, fuck me, this is going to be really, really close. So I put the minions up there just to kind of get easier percentage, and then I put my heroes down here, 40%. There's still 10% left to get. There's still a dragon running around, and so I put the king in, and I use his ability, and then I rage him over there. I don't know if I rage him or not. Yeah, I put a rage spell just to kind of help him out, and then the queen gets distracted, and then the king, oh, shit, that was close. All right. That was a really, really close raid. I think I still had a lightning spell. I might not have. So, oh no, I didn't. So I did have a lightning spell. So even if the king would have died there, I could have got the 50. But that was a really close raid, and that had my heart pounding. And I was just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Next raid. Now this is gonna surprise a lot of people. This guy is a Town Hall 7. He was at 2950 trophies at the time that I raided him. Now this is awesome. Awesome. This guy's great. Props to this guy for having the patience to get up that high at Town Hall 7, and I hope this guy does get a lot farther. So if you do watch my videos, bud, great job, and I really apologize for fucking your base, but hey, it is what it is. So I think I might have rated this guy before in a previous video. So if you guys remember, because I know that I rated a Town Hall 7 in a previous video in this series, or maybe it was like last series, Road to Champ. So if you guys remember, if this is the same Town Hall 7 that I rated, put that in the comments, because I know that I did rate a Town Hall 7, and it was kind of an under-level Town Hall 7 like this guy. So this might be the same guy that I rated twice. So if you guys remember that, who I rated, definitely put that in the comments, and tell me because I'm curious myself, and I'm a little bit lazy and I don't want to go look at my previous videos. But so this is gonna be the last raid of the video, and I'm not gonna go back to my base after this because my grades are slacking because Clash is life, and my mom's getting kind of mad, and she likes to blame the game for my grades, which is, I guess it's partly true, but not 100% true. Hey, Clash is life, bro. So I am gonna just end the video after this is over instead of going back to my base. But I will tell you that I am currently at 3421 trophies right now, and I'm gonna shield tonight and not raid at all tomorrow, because I'm just gonna take the night off. Basically, I'm gonna shield at 9 o'clock tonight. Go to bed early because I've been going to bed at like 1 or 2 in the morning, 2, 3 in the morning. So, I'm taking the night off. I'm taking tomorrow off of raiding, stocking up on loot right now. So this is the end of the video, guys. If you guys liked the video, make sure to like and comment and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Follow me on Twitter at WhiteLightningHDD, and that's for you guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. I love you. Peace.
I'm passing notes to all the pretty girls in class. Still, they never reply, but never say never. They never get caught on my mind. I'm trying to get better and grind. Measure my effort and skill gets better in time. Fresher than ever, and I am who I am. No taking it back.